Hello and welcome to Game Rant. And, well, not really Game Rant, just ranting really, while playing games. I've said this a couple of times on my streams, which you can catch me at Ursi Primark on Twitch. Self-plug there. But what I want to go on is a couple of things, in this series at least. About that, honestly, I just like to rant about common questions I get a lot, and so on and so forth. So first off, this one, if you can't tell from the title, is about gaming. And what I want to first start off with by saying, gaming is not just for kids. And if you're watching this, you probably know what I'm talking about. If not, then what I basically mean is, there are people out there that literally think that gaming is for kids. Like, oh, you shouldn't be playing games, you should be getting like a job or something like that. Which isn't too bad. Like, I get that. Get a job and stuff, contribute to society and all. But gaming is not just for kids, it's a hobby, it's something that you can play in your off time, something to basically relieve stress sometimes. It's something for someone to basically use as relaxing. Some people like going to the beach or the park. Some people like to stay home and play video games. Some people want to watch TV. Some people just want to shoot cops. And with that said, I always want to give like the one example of game ratings, like how movies are rated. Like, you got your PG games, you got your everyone games, and you also got your mature themes games and your R-rated games, obviously. And I always like to bring up the topic of GTA 5. Now, I know what you're thinking, GTA 5, like, lots of people play that, even little kids, but it's not marketed for little kids, is it? It's marketed for a more mature audience. People who know it's a game, not going to imitate it, more or less they're in that mind frame where they're no longer going to have an impression of, oh, I can do this in real life, I'm going to do this in real life. I know that's like a kind of a weird way of saying it, but I don't really know how else to say it. But basically, if you were a parent, would you want your child to play GTA 5, a game with explicit adult content, promoting robberies and drug use? Would you let your child do that? No, you wouldn't. And yeah, so that's the reason why games have these ratings, so that it's like, oh yeah, and that's why game sellers can't sell these type of games to younger children. It's the law really with any classification. With that said, you honestly don't have a great reason why you can say video games are just for children, because there's all different types of video games out there for all types of different audiences. And as I said with that example, you wouldn't let a child play GTA 5 just because of the content of GTA 5. I understand there's like a lot of games that you can play with and stuff like that, but you just don't let children do this. And there's also another thing I want to bring up. Even though it's not really that much, this game is centered for children. Fortnite. Now, I don't play Fortnite. I don't find the appeal in Battle Royale games. But if someone's going to like tell you that video games is for children, here's what I want to basically say. I want to basically go up to them and ask if their kid plays Fortnite. If they do, then I can go in a whole slew about how Battle Royales in general are just, well, in my opinion, terrible. I don't like Battle Royales. I never liked the concept of them. It's a game where you go into, literally a first-person or third-person shooter. It's basically a shooter where you're fighting 99 other players, whether in a team or in a or solo. And what makes this different from other games is that what makes this different from other shooters like Payday, like I'm playing right now, or even Halo or Call of Duty, or even GTA 5. With Battle Royales, you're fighting for yourself or your team. You're not fighting for a cause, you're not fighting for anything special, you're just fighting for a prize to be the last one standing. You're basically playing the Hunger Games. If you ever watch the Hunger Games, or you understand the concept of the Hunger Games, then you know that basically that's what Battle Royale is. Just fighting for your survival. You're not really fighting for a cause or anything, you're dropped into a place and fighting, whether it's against your will or not. At least with these other games, you're fighting for a reason. Like I said GTA 5 earlier. For GTA 5, you're basically shooting because you're trying to not get arrested by the cops. Same with Payday 2. You don't want to get caught. Nobody wants to be caught by the police. Nobody wants to go to jail. Obviously, people who rob banks and stuff, they don't inherently enjoy killing. It's just that they're not really given much choice. They either go to jail or they can fight their way out. And if you think you can fight your way out and survive, then why not take that option? It's much better than jail. Much better than being labeled a criminal. Well, you are going to be labeled a criminal, but that's another thing for another time. Same, and that's the same with Payday. You're trying to, these cops, they're trying to get you into prison, trying to stop you. Obviously, some of these characters actually do enjoy killing, but they've been doing it for a long time. This is a game that's been out since like 2013, Payday 2, and even then there was like Payday the Heist before that. And then with Call of Duty and Halo, you're still fighting for a cause. You're fighting a war. You're a soldier in a war. And I'm not talking about the multiplayer here. I'm talking about the story campaigns. Multiplayer, you can just write it off as being like training exercises or a battle or something like that. There's no excuses for battle royales though. It's literally just the one concept of you're fighting for yourself. There's no cause you fight for, no reason. You're just fighting so you can win. So, if you think that a child who plays Fortnite is safer than an adult playing Halo or Call of Duty or GTA 5, you're absolutely wrong. Battle Royales to me is just mindless killing. Like, you're killing for your survival, yes, but it's nothing meaningful. And even when you do win a Battle Royale, it's just bragging rights in the end. I know this is like purely from looking from a story point of things, but as a gamer, I usually look at things from a story point of view. I don't look at things from a game point of view per se, like the mechanics of a game or stuff like that. I'm firmly on story. Even with games with no story, there's still some story that can be, and if you know anything about Fortnite with it, then yeah. I know I talk about Fortnite a lot, but here's the reason why. It's something that pretty much everyone knows now. Fortnite's like on so much popularity, like something that everyone should know at this point. Like, you can't be in the gaming community without knowing what Fortnite is or what a battle royale is. Like, it's gotten that big now. And I use it as like a baseline. I'm not saying that I like the game, I'm not saying any of that. I'm just using it as a baseline. Yeah, and I don't want my comment section getting like filled up with people like saying, "Oh, Fortnite's a terrible game, Fortnite's a good game," and all that fighting. I don't want that happening. This is purely my opinion, and it's not even about Fortnite. This one, it's about battle royales, and I'm just using Fortnite as an example. Yeah, so yeah, these are just some things that I talk about a lot. And I think like the final point I want to talk about is basically game preference. Like if you know me, obviously you know that I don't like battle royales. I'm not a big fan of battle royales. So that way you're not going to see on my channel or me streaming any battle royale games. Like if it's a good game, I would. If I get sponsored, maybe, but I still have to be able to express my opinion about that game. I won't just be playing a game because like, oh, you can play a game, here's some money, we'll let you play the game. I won't do that. I'll do it if, well, I would do it, because one, I need the money. Who doesn't need money? Money makes the world go round. But I won't just go like, I won't just accept like any game really. I want to be able to like it, and if I don't like it, I'll still accept on the condition that I can be honest with myself and basically say, oh, this is something I'm not going to enjoy. This is something I don't really much enjoy. I love the game mechanics. I don't like certain aspects of it. Like basically take it as a review, and that's kind of my thinking with games and sponsors. Really, it's more a review, and with gaming, sharing it online, like how I am now. It's more just me saying, "Oh, this is a game I like. Maybe you should play it," or something like that. I don't know. It's basically just me advertising, me playing this game, advertising the game basically. And maybe you like it or you just want to see something new. But that's how I see it really. And yeah, so I won't be playing any games I don't like. If I play a game, it's going to be something I want to play. You can give me suggestions and stuff, but I'm not going to like take them as much as I would, because I still have my reserves on certain games. Like I say, you won't be seeing me playing horror games. You won't be seeing me play battle royale games. You won't be seeing me play any of those types, because I don't enjoy those games. And I forget who it was. Basically, they said basically I don't want to be one of those YouTubers that hates doing YouTube, because the reason why I did YouTube is because I love playing video games. Like, who doesn't love playing video games? I just want to share that. And if I start playing games that I don't like, then I'm just losing the fun, which is, again, back to my original point. Video games are supposed to be a hobby. They're supposed to be something you can relax to. They're supposed to be fun. That's what they're marketed as. They're a luxury, not something that you actually need, like food and water. It's a luxury, something that you can spend your extra money on, something that you can invest time in your off time, something to basically fill that void of nothing. So when you're going into comment sections, into games and stuff, like saying, oh, you should play more of this, or you should play this and that to other people, think about yourself really. You might enjoy that game, but other people don't. Just think about that for a second. Think about like, would this person actually enjoy it? If they do, that would be fine. If they say yes, they'll play it, then that's okay. If they don't like it and oppose it, don't get up at them and say, oh, I don't like this game, I'm go and do it. I mean, a lot of the stuff I'm saying today is because I've just been reading and watching a lot of those entitled parents stories on Reddit. And it's mostly where most of my concerns come from. Like, most of my rants, I think, in the future will come from either from Twitch, from certain topics I'm passionate about, or even just like stories I've heard and my own opinions on them. But gaming is supposed to be, for me, something fun I can do, something I can use to escape my mundane life of nothing. Like, I don't keep it a secret. I don't have a job. I don't do anything really other than, well, this. And I don't call my life sad or anything like that. I think my life is pretty good, all things considered. Yes, I am lazy. I can be a burden sometimes, and I may be a choosing beggar. I can accept that. But in the end, I'm still doing what I like to do. I'm recording videos, I'm doing live streams, I'm playing games that I actually like to play. Like, I'm not going for views and stuff, which is kind of weird because I'm trying to grow a channel. But all in all, I want my core belief of having fun to stick around. I want to always have fun. I don't want this, something that I love to play and love to do, turn into something of a job, something I hate, something I just wake up one morning and just go, this is not at all what I wanted to do. What has my life become. Like, this has sort of been my dream since I first discovered YouTube as a young child. When I first discovered my first YouTube channels, such as the Yogscast, Sky Does Minecraft, and all those great Minecraft YouTubers of the past. It's something I wanted to do since then, and I'm finally taking my chance to actually do it. Like I said in my intro video, I'm starting to do something that I actually love to do. And honestly, it's not much different at all. All I'm doing is just adding more talk to what I'm doing. In the end, I'm just playing my video games, but with an audience now. I'm not even focusing on audience, I'm focusing more on gameplay. And in turn, that gameplay, if it's good enough, it will translate to people and they will like it. Like, if you're watching this, you're probably like one of those future people in the far future where my YouTube channel now has like so many subscribers. Maybe so much stuff has changed for me then, to the point where I can really be called like a YouTuber and stuff. And this is like one of those archive videos from the beginning, my origin story and stuff. But I'm getting off track. Video games are supposed to be fun. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Don't let anyone say, oh, they're just for kids, you shouldn't be playing video games. Stuff like that. Just don't, because they're supposed to be fun. They're supposed to be something you can just switch off your brain or turn it up more, so you can just relax and escape everyday life. Because in video games, you can do stuff basically that you wouldn't be able to do in real life, and the consequences are obviously minimized. Like, you're not going to get arrested for killing, how many cops is it now? Killing 282,000 people. I'm not going to get arrested for that. Well, I would get arrested for that in real life, but I won't get arrested for it in this game. Because, again, it's a game. It's supposed to be fun. It's for everyone. But yeah, that's been my rant for now. These rant videos are much shorter than normal videos because there's not really much I say. I don't have a script. These are just off the top of my head. So anyway, take care, have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.